Hi guys, it's Michelle Pippin with Women Who Wow and our official Women Who Wow blog over at BeMichellePippin.com. And I am super excited to be here today to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about is a secret, success secret, if there is such a thing, and I really don't believe there is such a thing. These success secrets are always hiding in plain sight. But I wanted to talk with you a little bit about your success and how you can be so close to success and yet sometimes feel so far away. And this is something that anyone can use. This is news anyone can use regardless of what industry they're in. I am going to see if I can share this from my page so that people know we are on. Hey there, anyone who just popped on. I'm trying to share this on my page, so if you can share it, I would really appreciate it. Sometimes my computer just doesn't let me share. I think I might need to refresh. Anyway, so we're talking about a success secret, knowing that there is no success secret. There's always something that can be seen. Success is visible. You can always follow it and trace it. Hey, Debbie, so excited to have you here. I am just getting started. I'm trying to go ahead and share this over to my personal page. So we are talking about a success secret that anyone can use regardless of their industry. And I'm excited to talk about how that kind of plays into Women Who Wow. And I'm so glad Debbie's here because I think she can attest to this for sure. But I wanted to touch base with you guys about something that I feel like is always hiding in plain sight. I had heard this story, read this story so many years ago, and it just hit me kind of afresh recently. But it's the story of like old Mr. Darby, who back in the days of the gold rush had found this amazingly full of potential gold ore, and he was super excited. And so he goes back to his hometown in Maryland, and he convinces his friends and family to give him, I think it was around $50,000 for equipment to mine this gold ore. And he goes back, he finds it. He had like carefully like hidden the gold ore to make sure that he was able to find it again, but he didn't want other people to find it. And so he goes, he borrows a bunch of money to come back and mine this ore. And he goes down, and the first car of gold is really promising. And if he just got 3 more of those cars of gold, he'd be completely out of debt. And the rest would be pure profit, right? And so I think we've all been there where we feel so close to success. We know that it's coming our way. We see it. We feel it. It's bubbling just under the surface like a wave that you don't see yet, but you feel it coming in. And so this is, I'm sure, how Mr. Darby was feeling. And then the next car went down and he got nothing, right? He just came up. Hey, Lindsay. He just came up empty-handed with this in this gold ore. And I'm sure he was quite devastated. He was now in debt to grow this business of his, and other people were striking it rich in the gold rush, and he was almost there. And then everything started falling to crap and back, right? And nothing was coming up, and it seemed like the gold in his ore had completely dried up, and what was he going to do, and whatever. And I'll tell you what he did. He sold about $50,000 worth of equipment to a Junkman for $500, and he went back home and painstakingly paid back everyone that he had borrowed from to cash in on the gold rush. And but the Junkman was smart enough to ask someone else, what was he not seeing, right? So the Junkman, he hears this guy's tale of woe and discouragement, and he's like, man, you know, the guy got a full car of gold and it just seems so promising. And what was he missing? What was he missing? What was he missing? Right? And this junk man started pondering this. And he's like, I don't know enough about this gold business, but I know that Mr. Darby was onto something and I'm going to go find that ore. But first, I'm going to find someone who can help me see what I'm not seeing. Right? And so this junk man goes and he asks an engineer and he's like, listen, like what would make something like this happen? Like what did Mr. Darby not see? What would make something like this happen where you find a bunch of gold, you fill a full car of it, and then all of a sudden it goes dry? How does that happen? Right? And so this junk man is asking an engineer, and the engineer educates him and he says, listen, here's what's going on, right? These gold ores go along fault lines. And he said, if I'm right, I think that Mr. Darby was just a few feet off. All he needed was to move over a few feet. Essentially, all he needed to do is ask someone, what am I not seeing, right? Because he was 3 feet from gold. And I just want to tell you that if you are feeling like you are a hair's breadth away from really big success in your business, I just want to tell you it's probably very true. Right? It's probably very true. Mr. Darby felt that way. And then at first, when he trepped on back to Maryland, and I'm sure he was thinking I was such a fool for thinking that I was going to strike it rich in gold. But he felt like he was that close to riches and wealth and all of that because he was. He was literally digging 3 feet from realizing his dreams. That's what he was doing. He was 3 feet. And so I say this for a million reasons. Like one, if you're feeling like you're 3 feet, if you're just, and we've all been there, it's like, I just feel like I'm a hair's breadth away from making it big time. Then I want you to consider the possibility that maybe you are. Right? And then I want to just go into this and really dive into the key, the success secret that the junk man happened to kind of store up in his heart and ponder and then finally ask someone. And that is asking a second person, a third party, an outsider, what am I missing? Right? Because what am I not seeing? We've all been there where we feel like it's easy for us to see what's happening in someone else's marriage, why someone can't lose weight, why someone can't build their business, why, this isn't working out, why this isn't working out. Because when you're really close to something, it's difficult to see the whole picture. That's why masterminds are so important. That's why it's so important to associate with people who are heading in the same direction that you're heading towards. That's why it's important to have somebody that you can say, hey, I've been digging and digging. I got all the right equipment. Everything dried up. What am I not seeing, right? This is absolutely critical to all of our success. And Mr. Darby, actually, he ended up making it big anyway, selling insurance. And he used this lesson of stopping 3 feet shy of reaching his goals in the gold rush business. And so I say that because, I want us to know we can be close and feel it. And when we are feeling like we're this far away, I just want to encourage you. You probably are. Just keep digging, but don't just keep doing what you've done before. Ask someone else, what am I seeing? That is a success secret. And I was recently interviewed about Women Who Wow, my favorite topic to be interviewed on, right? Because I love Women Who Wow. It is my most proud accomplishment next to my kids and my marriage. But it is something that I'm super proud of. So I love to talk about it. And I was asked, why do you think Women Who Wow is growing, taking new ground, members in every state in 8 countries, and other national brands, more seasoned brands, people who've been around a long time, people with deep pockets, are shutting chapters, opening chapters, searching for a new chapter leader, kind of fits and starts all the time. And other brands online who have much better, bigger followings than me are, starting one membership, shutting down another, starting one membership, shutting down another, relaunching this, relaunching that. And Women Who Wow is just kind of on this steady climb. And the key really to this is that I started Women Who Wow with the end in mind, right? And I all along the way. Even if I rejected someone's advice, along the way, I have sought feedback. I have asked, what am I missing? I have asked, I once did sort of a interview tour, I guess, and I spoke with like, I don't know, something like 170 some women about what they didn't like about what was currently available for women's groups, both local and online. And I just really did the research all along, and I created something that is absolutely filling a gap in. And so that's why, like, I have used that secret. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I too close to? In order to build something that gives women entrepreneurs the association with other seriously driven women like themselves, right? I have built something that allows people to have nuanced direction, one-on-one time with me, the way I used to do with private clients. I have created something that gives right now relevant and actionable training, not just like, oh, you have this library where I filmed it 8 years ago or whatever. And it's not, the library of content isn't created by people who pay to put their content into my forum so that they can then sell to you. It was built to provide a morning kind of jump start. This was a new sort of service that Women Who Wow members benefit from. It's called Entrepreneurial Espresso, but it lets them start the day off right when it gets them inspired and action oriented. It also has a journal prompt with which a lot of Women Who Wow members have been falling in love with. I also added e-coaching for people who were, getting to know me a little bit, but, and didn't maybe want to get on the phone quite yet, because we do allow one-on-one, but also for people who are like, hey, I want you to read over my sales page and tell me what I'm missing or whatever. We have a full day of e-coaching every month, a 30-minute or less challenge that's designed to keep your business moving and taking new ground every week, and mainly to be associated with the most exclusive and most intensive online association of women entrepreneurs in the world, really. And so I created this in response to constantly asking, what is missing? What am I not seeing? What do people need? And following, not Darby's advice or not Darby's, trajectory, but following the trajectory of that Junkman who knew enough to say, I think he was close. Let me see what I'm not seeing. Let me see what I'm missing. So I appreciate you guys. If you are interested in joining Women Who Wow, now is the time. Things are changing with us. It's only getting better, but it also is getting more expensive. So if you want to join m.me/Women Who Wow, let me know a little bit about you and your business, and I would love to talk with you to see if Women Who Wow is a good fit for you. I will talk with you soon. Bye.